Well, hello everybody. How are you? It has been a while. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay, listen, honey. Listen, we have a lot to get into tonight. it has been a minute and a half since I've been on this here YouTube platform. I have been working. I've got I got a job, so I don't really have a lot of time. But I decided to make the time to come on here because if y'all don't know, I personally have a whole lot of thoughts that I would like to share with you. Um, so I'm gonna give y'all a moment to come on in and come on into the sanctuary, kind of child. We got a lot to talk about. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all about 3 minutes to get on into this here sanctuary so we can begin to start talking. Now, I'm not gonna keep y'all here for a very long time. We here for a good time, not a long time. So we're not gonna be here for very long. I just wanted to come on and share my thought about the whole Bishop TD Jake and the whole Dwayne Youngblood. As you can tell by the title, it's a very salacious saga of drama that's happening right now. So I wanted to share my thoughts. Um, First, I want to go ahead and go back to the very beginning of what started this whole thing so that we can get some context into how we got to where we are today with the whole Bishop, with the whole Youngblood situation, and Bishop CDJ. So, I am going to disagree with my boy CTV on some of the premise of Youngblood lawsuit, not his lawsuit, Youngblood response to Bishop T.D. Jake's lawsuit and the defaming of the alleged defaming of Bishop T.D. Jake's character and all this, right? Okay. I am not gonna bore y'all with the lawsuits and all of that good stuff. If y'all want to get a good deep dive over that, there are plenty of folks that are talking about this. I will not be talking about the lawsuit or going over it with you because for me, that's just a waste of my time, and I'm here to provide you with my commentary. Now, let's get into what's going on. As you all probably realize, Bishop T.D. Jakes filed a lawsuit back in November, I believe it was, against Youngblood, Dwayne Youngblood, who went on Larry Reed's podcast to tell the story of how he went from of how he became abused and became the abuser. And he dropped Bishop T.D. Jake's name into this whole situation. That's what spurred all of it. Now, this is what I want to say, because the law is very actionable in the sense that if you cannot prove the intent of someone, you have no case. If you cannot prove it, you have no case. Here's one of the things, and I'm gonna say this because it needs to be said. You have some people that are in the church sectors, like the Mad Church Disease and St. James and others that uh, believe that Youngblood is full of ish and is lying and all that good stuff and da 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 because of his past. And then you have the more complicated content creators like myself and Conscious TV that looks at this through the lens of this seems to be Youngblood's way of projecting his own BS of what he did to those young boys, and recently just came out of prison. And now you want a $6 million payout due to that. No, ma'am, we are not doing that. Now, let me say this. The judge in this particular case has denied Bishop TDJ's expedited request because it was not based on a good showing of a good call. And if you're going to request from the judge, hey, I need an expedited request to show that the defendant that I am suing have other people working behind him, and I need expedited requests to show that. The thing is Bishop did not thoroughly lay out his case to the judge in a way that would make most sense and that would be actionable to the law that has been used. Now, Youngblood has went on the offensive. And it's providing all of these story times and these scriptures. And now that the lawsuit has been dismissed, we can go ahead and blah, 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 blah. Now, let me say this. Larry was correct in saying that Bishop should have never filed this lawsuit, but not for the reason that Larry seemed to think. Bishop should have never filed this lawsuit because, number one, neither party can prove their case, in my humble opinion. Now, I want to take a look at something that I thought was very on the nose, if you were to ask me. And what I'm going to get ready to show you is something that I think a lot of people seem to miss because I had to look this up. And it is concerning the affidavit. Because everybody seems to believe that an affidavit is enough for somebody to prove their case. It is not. Okay, here we go. So I want to show you this because I want you to see. Why? Okay, give me just a second. Okay. So this is what I want to say about the affidavit because this is crucial for people to understand why an affidavit is not as good as people think it is. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with y'all. And we are going to read this thing together. Okay? Here we go. Now, I want to. Okay, there we go. Hope y'all can hear me. Okay. Okay, let's do this. So, what is an affidavit and how it is used? Okay, an affidavit is a notarized affidavit is a written statement that is sworn under oath. In other words, the person signing the affidavit swears that the information in it is true. Affidavits are commonly used in court cases as evidence to support one side or the other. So, how does an affidavit or notarized affidavit work as evidence? Well, since the person providing the affidavit has sworn that the information is truthful, the court can consider the affidavit as or notarized affidavit as factual evidence. The affidavit may contain eyewitness testimony, expert opinions, or other information that helps prove a key point. However, affidavits also have some limitations. And this is where I want to focus my attention on because Youngblood has now used these affidavits, as a way of trying to show that he has that the signed affidavits are that what he's saying is true. Okay. Here's the thing. The court cannot cross-examine the person who signed the affidavit to assess their credibility. The judge only sees the written statement. Okay, cool. Affidavits may contain hearsay or speculation since they are not subjected to cross-examination. Affidavits can be perceived as less persuasive than live testimony, where the fact finder can observe the witness' demeanor. The opposing party cannot object to inadmissible evidence contained in an affidavit. Okay. Okay. Mm, okay. Here's what I want to. So this is what we're going to get to right here. The affidavit must be based on witnesses on the witness knowledge. The person must have direct knowledge of the event, not secondhand information. Okay? So just because Youngblood told 5 or 4 different people, that does not necessarily mean that his case is proven. Okay. Now I'm gonna say something that I feel like must be said, because a lot of these we have a lot of people on here that is watching me. So how can I say this? So we have a lot of folks that are on here that is watching me, and I'm one of these people that just like, we cannot have people saying this is the key. Now, if what Richard Youngblood says is true, why hasn't Richard Youngblood went after TD before now? For those of you that don't know, Richard Youngblood is Richard Youngblood is the brother of Dwayne Youngblood. He's the older brother of Dwayne Youngblood. Now let me say this. I am not going to allow my thought pattern to become something that is like, oh well, Youngblood has won, so it's over. The case is over. No, the case is not over. We're still in the preliminary stage. So let me say this. There are still some questions that I have. You're talking about the accusation, that the baseless accusation against you. The real part of this case is about the $6 million alleged plot. Not about the story time that you have lifted yourself on. This is key. So I have a lot of questions, and I'm gonna keep watching this bad boy until I'm capable of, until I can't watch it no more. And this is my thing about Bishop TDJ. Do I believe that Bishop TDJ is gay? Personally, I have not seen any evidence that suggests that he might be gay. This family, the Youngblood, have a close connection to Bishop TDJ, and they waited until all the way now to say something. Okay, I find that a little weird, but better late than never, I guess. And I also find it weird that right now we're in the midst of trying to say that Larry uh, is innocent. And no, he's not. Larry is not innocent in all of this. And what I find weird about this narrative, because we're all discussing the Youngblood case, but we're not discussing the man behind Youngblood, which is Larry Reed. My question would be to Larry, why would you go after? Why would you allow this man to sit on your platform and you did not vet him to make sure he's telling you the whole story? Why? Why did you not have the receipt backing this thing up? Now, I'm going to say something that I probably shouldn't say. I think Youngblood is going to lose this case. And the reason why I think that is because if Bishop TDJ legal team was smart, they would be reaching out to Youngblood's accusers and filing their own affidavit saying, okay, you want to play this tick for tack game against me? Here you go. I got some more folks. Oh, and for Richard Youngblood, I also got some stuff for that ass too. Okay. So I want Youngblood, the Youngblood brothers, to shut them out. I really do. Because this could easily, if Bishop TDJ's team was smart, this could easily be the best gift they could ever have. The best gift. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Because you've already shown your hand. So now that you've shown your hand, now that we've had time to prepare, now thank you so much for showing your hand. Now we, as the legal team of Bishop TDJ, we are not only going to file, not only are we going to press the metal to the gas, but we're also going to go ahead and create our own affidavit and create our own system. Since you opened up this door, we are going to walk right on through it. Now that we've got our own accusers about you saying the exact same thing, and for Richard Youngblood, we've also dig some stuff up about you too. This is why when Larry was sitting up there talking about them, they Bishop TD Jake is dumb. He just dumb. He dumb. He dumb for filing this lawsuit. Larry, the many times, the many times, the many times that your ass sat up there and allowed disgruntled YouTube uploader to say what they said about you. And I get there were some other issues along with that as well. But you got the unlitigated gall to sit there and say they dumb for filing a lawsuit. Meanwhile, these same allegations were leveled against you. That's what I don't understand. So when you went after these disgruntled YouTubers for saying the exact same shit that you're trying to say against Bishop TDJ, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. All I'm gonna say is this: that's a little rich coming from you, cause you Mr. Happy-go-lucky in the court of law. You use the same system that um, that Bishop TD Jakes is using, but you use it against disgruntled YouTubers who you know can't fight back against you. And you're taunting this man that got long reach, that got long money. So this is what I'm gonna say about you, Larry, and I'm gonna say this because I respect you, but but I will never over respect you either. Okay? I think you need to bow out of talking about this lawsuit based on principle because you are looking like a total damn fool. A total damn fool. Because when it was you that was filing lawsuits against disgruntled YouTubers and disgruntled uh, formal congregants from your church, you was ready to file a lawsuit. You was ready to say what you said. But now you done backtrack. Now you're saying, well, it's done for Bishop TD. Well, what was Bishop TDJ supposed to do? Just let it go? Just let the man, just let. What would you have rather Bishop TDJ done? I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think Larry is correct in that Bishop TDJ should have never filed, but not for the reason Larry thinks. Bishop TDJ should have never filed and allowed this thing to play itself out. So much so that if Tyrone Blackburn does end up filing, if Bishop TDJ had allowed Youngblood to take the lead, it would be him trying to utilize the system to get money up out of Bishop TDJ because he did not comply with the demand letter that was used. And I think that Youngblood should have filed. Bishop should have waited until Youngblood filed, got all of the notoriety, got all of the things, unless, unless this is a part of a broader broader strategy to allow them the opportunity to go through, mhm, show their hand, and then hit them with the ooh wee. I think, personally, me, I don't think this lawsuit is going anywhere because there is too many moving parts. And there's too many questions that need to be asked. So if it does get the trial, great. But I'm gonna say this to Youngblood. Youngblood, you have not proven your case. You've left us with more questions than answers. All right, y'all. I am headed to bed. Thank y'all so much. Um, I am tired, and I will likely be back on tomorrow to stream and get into the theme. But I just wanted to hop on here real quick and share my thought about the whole Bishop Youngblood and the whole shebang. Thank y'all so much for letting me get this off my chest. And that's it. I ain't got no more. Bye, guys.